Welcome to 20-minute back relief, day 2. This is an extra-dental workout. You need no equipment. This is to relieve all aches and pains from your back and leave your spine feeling healthy. No shoes is better. Barefoot is always better. Use a chair or a stool or whatever you have in your house. You're going to sit on the edge of it, and we're going to start by just flexing and extending the spine. We're going to arch and round the back and just explore our range of motion through our spine. If this feels uncomfortable, go slower and smaller. Make sure you're on the edge of your seat. I'm doing this in a big motion, but you can do it much, much smaller. You want your body to feel good, so you can adjust the movement accordingly. We're going to sit straight, relax the neck, and just shake our head no to relax the neck. Then we're going to try and put those two motions together. So arching and rounding the spine while you shake your neck. This is tricky, but see if you can do it. Nice little challenge to start off with. Okay, we're going to sit up nice and straight, drop our arms down by our sides, and this time what you're going to focus on is a straightening of your spine. So you're going to hunch or slouch and then just straighten the spine. So this is a different movement from the one we were doing before, which was arching and rounding. Right now we're just going to sit as comfortably as possible and then straighten our spine. You want to think about getting a straight line in your spine from the tailbone all the way up through the top of your head. Straight. Sit up straight. Sit up straight. Sit up straight. This is so simple, but it is so effective. This is one of the most important things you can learn to save your spine. Okay, we're going to shift to our figure 4 position, which is putting our ankle right on top of our knee. You don't want to put the foot on top of the knee. You don't want to cross the legs. You want the ankle joint to be right on top of the knee joint. And you're going to do that same thing we were doing before with a slouch and then sitting up straight. Slouch and sit up straight. Now you're going to take both hands and push that knee down. This is opening up the hips. You should feel a gentle stretch in the hip. You want that shin bone to be parallel with the floor if possible. If you can't get it parallel with the floor, it just means you need to practice this. Now we're going to sit up straight and bring our chest forward over our leg and feel a stretch in the outside of that hip. So straight back, chest forward until you feel a stretch. Now this is not about executing the movement so that you can look like me. This is about feeling the stretch in the right place. In this occasion, you want to feel the stretch in the outside of that hip of the bent leg. It should also feel good on your lower back. Let's do the other side. You want the ankle joint on top of the knee joint. You don't want, you want the ankle joint right on top of the knee. So we're going to start with a slouch and straightening of the spine. Just practicing what position is a straight spine. What does a straight spine feel like? It can feel weird if you're not used to doing it, which is why it's so good to practice it. Straight spine and straight spine and straight spine. And keep it straight. Bring both hands to the knee. Press that knee down to open up the hip. You want to try and get that shin bone parallel with the floor. That's the goal. A healthy hip that's not too tight will be in this position, figure 4. Now let's sit up straight and bring our chest forward over that shin bone and feel the stretch on the outside of that hip. This stretch should feel really good on the outside of the hip. It should feel like a release of tension. It shouldn't feel like torture or uncomfortable. It should just feel like, ooh, that muscle really needed to release some tension. Breathe and relax into the stretch and really feel how good that stretch feels on your body. If it feels like it hurts, then just do the movement smaller until you really feel a feeling of a release of tension. Okay, now we're going to work on that chest, bringing the rib cage forward and rolling through. We're going to do a body roll using the chest, focusing on the rib cage. You want to relax the neck. If you can, shake your head no. While you do this body wave, that's an extra challenge. The point is to keep the neck relaxed as you do this body wave, using the rib cage and the spine, but leaving the neck in neutral. Pushing forward, lifting up, and then rolling through. Now we're going to do that same body roll in that figure 4 position. Looks like this. Now you can see how a body wave like this is really good for your spine. You can also really stay in tune with your spine and feel each vertebrae moving. See if you feel any little aches or pains anywhere along your spine. Let's do the other leg. So we're focusing on body roll through the spine, rolling through the spine. And we should also feel that gentle stretch on the outside of that hip. It's a twofer, 2 for 1, spine and hip, both at the same time. Great. Now let's move on. Let's work the shoulders. We're going to do a shoulder roll, pulling the shoulders up, backward, and down, which should feel like you're opening up the chest. The feeling you're looking for here is a real opening of the chest. It should feel really nice. You want that backward roll, so you're making circles to the back. The reason this is so good for your spine is opening your chest and bringing your shoulders back really helps your posture and relieves a lot of tension on your spine. Now let's do rolls with your shoulders alternating left and right. Roll, 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 roll with the shoulders. Left, right, left, right. Keep that neck relaxed. That neck usually wants to tense up, so we need to keep reminding ourselves to relax it. Okay, let's work on that chest again, bringing the rib cage forward. Push the rib cage forward. Just the rib cage. Now this can be tricky if it's your first time doing it. It might be a little difficult, but you just want to make the effort to try and isolate the rib cage and move it forward without moving anything else on your body. See if you can do that. And if not, just try and embrace the challenge. Let's do it faster. This is like a Shakira dance move. You're going to feel this in the muscles right below the rib cage, in abdominal muscles you didn't know you had. Okay, so now let's reach our hand down side to side, flexing the spine left and right. Again, you only want to do these movements so that your body feels good. So if you feel uncomfortable, go slower and do the movement smaller until it feels good on your body. I'm doing the movements extra big so you can see what I'm doing. You might want to do these movements very, very tiny. Let's lift the hip now, right and left. Hip up, hip up. Again, we're just working those muscles around our spine to make sure that we've got strength to support our spine, to keep movement in our spine nice and fluid, and to protect our back from injuries. Lift up, lift up, lift up, lift up. Many of these movements may feel strange or new or foreign. That's okay. Smile and laugh through it and embrace the challenge. Let's do a little squeeze with our shoulders and release. Squeeze the shoulders up to the ears and release. You can add the breath with this. Inhaling on the squeeze and exhaling. And release. This is a great way to relieve stress and tension and train your neck and shoulders to release tension. Let's do a little semicircle with your head and neck, keeping your chin down towards your chest. So we're stretching out the back of your neck and the sides of your neck. Let's go really slowly. Be very careful and slow and cautious with this movement. Again, I'm doing this bigger than you're probably going to want to do it. You might do it very small. The point of this exercise is to teach your neck safety. You want to get in tune with your neck muscles and find out what its limits are and where its safe zones are. Where does it feel good? Where does it feel safe, relaxing? Okay, now let's keep our head on one side and just gently shake your head no. This should feel really nice on that side of the neck. And release all tension in that neck. And let's do the other side. We're going to roll over to the other side. Gently shake your head no and feel the stretch. Gentle, gentle stretch through the side of that neck. And release tension. Relax that neck, relax those shoulders. Okay, slowly bring your head back to neutral. Now we're going to keep it in that neutral position where your chin is parallel to the floor and just slowly shake your head no. What's happening here is your neck is in a straight line and it's just twisting on its axis. Such a simple movement, Now you want to make sure you've got a straight line from your neck all the way down through your spine to your tailbone as you do this gentle shaking of your head no. All right, let's put the stool or the chair away. We're going to use the counter now. Keep that straight line in your spine. Forearms on the counter. And again, we're going to shake our head no. This time with our legs straight, our back straight, and we're leaning forward on the counter. And now we're going to work through our spine. So we're going to bend our knees and round our back, and then straighten our legs and arch our spine. We're still leaning forward onto the counter, which should allow us to take our weight off of our spine. And I'm doing this movement bigger than you may want to do it. You should do it just as big as your body wants to do it. So you really have to tune into your body and figure out what feels good on my body. There's no need to do anything painful for your body. Let's go back to shaking our head no with a straight spine. This is super simple, but so good for your neck and spine. Now this time we're going to put our head down on our hands, bend our knees, and do circles with your hips. This should really feel delicious on your lower back. Focus on where you're feeling tight or where it feels uncomfortable, what feels best for you. And of course, this is a movement you don't want to do in public or in the gym, so do this at home in the privacy of your own home. Now let's do a split stance, both legs straight, and we're just going to bring our head down to our hands and then back up. So we're shifting our weight forward towards the counter and then back away from the counter. And you should be feeling this as a stretch in the back of the front leg. This is a very effective hamstring stretch. More effective than touching your toes. You want to focus on the hip hinge, hinging your hip forward and back. You can feel more of a stretch as that hip hinges back. And again, you don't want the stretch to be painful. It should feel good. Let's switch legs and let's stretch the other leg out. This is a hamstring stretch. Why do we need to stretch our hamstrings? Because our hamstrings connect at our lower back. And when our hamstrings are tight, they create tension and pain in our lower back. So stretching out your hamstrings can relieve a lot of back pain, aches, and tension. So you're hinging your hips backwards and forwards, weight backwards, lean forwards. You can play around with these movements and do them a little differently until you find the movement that feels the best for your body. Now we're going to let our lower back sink down to the floor and just hold this position with straight legs, head on our hands. We're doing like a 90-degree angle in our hips here, using the counter to take off all the weight off of our spine and just really letting your belly sink down towards the floor. And I keep adjusting because I want to feel really good in my lower back, so you can do the same thing. How does this feel in your lower back? If it doesn't feel good, move around until it does. Explore your body and figure out what your body likes and what it doesn't like, because it will tell you what's good for it if you listen. Okay, so now we're going to arch our back, let our belly sink down to the floor, but we're going to step away from the counter. And we're going to get a little bit more of a back arch going on here if we can. Now, the reason I'm showing you this position that we're just holding in place is because it feels so good when you do it right. So explore with your body. It should feel really good for you. And I want everybody to be able to feel this good with their back. All right, we're going to step away even more from the counter. Hands on the counter, drop your head down. And let's bend and straighten the legs. Bend the knees and straighten. Bend and straighten. Now, as your legs straighten, you should feel a stretch go back through the back of both legs. And you should feel a big release on that lower back. It should feel like, ah. If it doesn't feel like that today, then practice these movements, play with them, make adjustments until it feels good to you. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed down, and let's gently come up to a stand. Okay, we want to keep straight arms now, hands on your knees, knees bent, and we're going to round and arch our back. In this position, you don't need the counter, you don't need a chair. You just put your arms on your knees and support your own weight. I kissed my shoulder. Kiss yourself. Why not? Your body is so good for doing this 20-minute exercise with you. All right, so we're going to keep that position and do circles with your hips. This is a movement you want to do in the privacy of your own home. It is really good on your back. Keep your knees bent. So good for your spine, but not really appropriate to do in public or at the gym. Okay, let's come back to the counter. And we're going to relax in this position again, resting our head on our hands and letting our spine sink down. You're just releasing any tension that your back is holding, letting gravity take over here. You're holding up your upper body weight on the counter, your legs are holding up your lower body weight, and your back is allowed to just relax. Now keep your shoulders down, keep your neck relaxed, and we're going to straighten one leg and bend the other, stretching out the hips, moving that lower spine gently side to side. Slower is always better for your lower back. The point of this video and these movements are to make your back feel good. Okay, now we're going to do a little sway with our hips. Hands on your knees, knees bent, and you're just going to push your hips side to side, kind of rolling through this motion. Again, you don't have to look like this. It's not about what this looks like. It's about what it feels like on your back. Now, this feels delicious on my lower back, and I hope it does for you too. Now, let's keep our feet together, knees bent, and let's just do some little circles with our hips. We're not bending as far down this time. We're just feeling how loosey-goosey we've gotten our lower spine to be. Let's try and go the other direction with the circles. Ooh, that lower back should feel nice and loose now. Pain-free. Really good. Great job, everyone. Love your body. Your body did so great today. Love your back. Feel good. Give yourself some love. Ooh, I love my back. And I love you.